Now we are finished with the animation. You are almost at the end of the course. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. I have one more task, a very important one to show you yet, and that is exportation. So how to save our files so we can use them in our games. It's quite easy. You go to File, Export. Who would doubt, yeah? Now you have a few settings. You can export animation data and texture. Animation data is exported in different versions. You can export it in Spine version, which is, I think, extremely good because Spine is a very expensive program, but you can use it with any game engine. So it means anything you make in DragonBones you can also use with other engines. Or you can export the data in DragonBones format. You can zip it, you can give a background color, you can give an output scale. If it's 1, that means 100%. If it's lower, that means the character gonna be exported in a smaller size. Why it is good for us, if you work in big size, you can downscale it for different devices. And that's very good. You made the animation and the drawings and everything once, and you export it and downscale it. Alright. It is exporting a texture map, and also a texture atlas, and also it is exporting a JSON file which we can use, which is the data file. In the texture atlas, in the settings, you can see how it's set up. You can recolor it, you can size it, everything. You can also export images, but I would use this tab instead. You cannot export video. I think it's not ready yet. I will ask the guys at DragonBones if this will be available later, SVF or something. That would be amazing. So you can export images, and this is what I mostly do, because I'm not all the time using JSON or animation data. I am using a segment of images, a sprite sheet. A sprite sheet can be used with any 2D game program. Anything. Game Salad, Game Maker, Unity 2D, anything. Really, you just import your segment of images. So it says sequence or single frame. You want a sequence. You are looking for a format. If you are exporting a GIF, it's gonna be animated. If you are exporting a PNG, it can be still animated. But at PNG and JPEG, it's asking if you want a package texture. And then at the settings, you can set your sprite sheet. I make the window bigger so we see proper sprite sheet, and you can work with that. You create your animation easily in DragonBones, and then you export it as a sprite sheet and import it any program you want. You take care about the background color, paddings, output scale, everything. Very, very straightforward. You're gonna have one sprite sheet, and you can play with the size. As I said, in mobile games, file size is very important. Here you can set everything. And that's it. One more thing. When you have several animations, like here in the animation tab I have now 4, it could be 20, it's really a lot. When you have several animations, you can export all of the animations, or you can export only the animation you are at the moment. It is also asking the FPS. If you use 12, like I used on the night, if I make it bigger it's visible, what I used on the night, if it's showing here that at the animation I use 12, but I can make it slower if I make the FPS lower. If I set it to 6, it's gonna be slower. In 1 second only 6 frames are showing, so 12 frames gonna be 2 seconds, etc, etc. If I make it 24, it's gonna be even faster, because I only have 12 frames in the fight animation, for example. But I keep it this way because I was satisfied with the speed inside DragonBones, and then I just hit finish, it's gonna calculate, and I'm done. That's all, no big magic here. Is just have several formats and pick the one you need for the game engine you are using.